So I learned today that over 30 million Americans struggle with some form of eczema, and that's why I am here with eczema specialists and board-certified dermatologists, Dr. Dathan and Dr. Karsten Hamann. Thank you both for having us in today.
Of course, welcome.
So eczema is such an interesting thing. Can you give me a little overview of what eczema is?
Sure. Eczema is a kind of an umbrella term that describes a lot of different kinds of red itchy rashes. The most common of which is something called atopic dermatitis or genetic related eczema. Like you said, incredibly common. A third of American kids have some form of eczema, and about a third of those will continue to have it into adulthood. Very common. It's related to the other atopic diseases. Those are things like asthma, seasonal allergies, food allergies, those diseases.
Oh, very interesting. And so you mentioned kind of a few of the signs, but how do you know that you have eczema?
I mean, the most straightforward answer is to go see your dermatologist, of course, but eczema is characterized by red itchy skin, and then it has certain areas that it likes. So in infants, it likes the face, the hands. In kids and adolescents, you see it more in the creases. So the crease of the elbows, behind the knees, the neck, those areas. And then in adults, it can be widespread or in any of those areas.
Oh, so interesting. And so when it comes to treating this, because it does sound like it's a fairly common thing, what are some of the treatments, and is there anything you could do at home?
Yeah, the mainstay of treatment for atopic dermatitis or eczema is what we call emollient therapy. That's just use of a bland moisturizer once or twice a day, and that's surely something that people can do at home. For people who need more treatment, that should be done through a medical professional, and there's lots of exciting emerging treatments for atopic dermatitis.
Wow, it sounds like it's kind of fairly easy to treat, and also come see you guys if you need a little bit further treatment.
Of course.
So Dr. Dathan, what is the cause of eczema?
It's a great question. It's a complicated disease, but it has two main components. The first is genetically sensitive skin, and that means that water can get out through the skin, and this leads to dry skin and peeling and cracking, which is something that's a common feature. In addition, it allows irritation, like little irritants and allergens and things from the environment into the skin. And that leads to the second main cause, which is disorganization of inflammation. So all these irritants that get through, whereas a normal immune system may not react as much, someone with atopic dermatitis is going to react a lot more strongly to that. And that's what produces the more itching, more redness, swelling, and all those symptoms that patients experience.
Oh man, wow, that's so interesting. It's kind of like a culmination of all kinds of different things. Yeah, so what final tips would you have for someone who may be at home struggling with this?
So, we see lots of different severities of eczema. If you have really mild disease, trying to manage it at home could be reasonable. You can do the emollient therapy or aggressive moisturization like Dr. Karsten was mentioning. You can even sometimes try over-the-counter cortisone and things like that. If it's really mild and intermittent, that may be enough. But if it's more than that, then getting a customized approach is really what I recommend. And also proving that that's what the diagnosis is and that you don't have something else, like another skin problem, complicating that.
Absolutely. Don't go on Google. Don't try to diagnose yourself. That's why you guys are here, because you are the professional board-certified dermatologists. So for those out there who might be struggling with this, how do they get in touch with you? How do they make an appointment?
So you can call us or go to visit our website. We often can offer same-week appointments.
Wow.
And we'd be honored to see anyone who needs help.
I love that. And I have worked with you both, and I know that you guys are fantastic, and there's a lot of compassionate care here. So if you are looking for help with eczema or any other skin issue that you might be experiencing, come in and they will be here to help. Thank you both for having us in today.
It's a pleasure.